All right, folks, it's January 22nd, 2025, and in today's update, we are going to break down the massive amount of inflows that are set to come into XRP this year. We joked around, the XRP memes brought in some liquidity from Solana and Ethereum. Yeah, we haven't seen nothing yet compared to the institutional liquidity that's set to pour in here to this XRP digital asset, fueled by the ETFs, fueled by institutional adoption of the stablecoin, RLUSD, and more. I'm going to break it down here in this update, and then my part two, I'm going to be doing a follow-up on the inflows and the calculations that we've seen here on XRP and just what these inflows could do to XRP price-wise. But I'm going to update you guys here. Things are happening quick. People are ready to invest in America. We are back. Everything's at my website, ZachRector.com. I also got quick links down below. Let's rock and roll, folks. To get started here, XRP just building fantastic support above $3, and I absolutely love to see it. Another bull flag being printed before we break out up to $4. Massive sell wall at $3.50. That's the last one really between here and $4. So we got to break through that level, but here we saw just on the 4-hour chart right now, XRP did pop up to $3.28 this morning, so we'll continue to watch that one closely. Eric Trump summarizing the situation. In my opinion, there has never been a better time to invest in the United States. Bet on our markets, on energy, on technology, and on crypto. Bet on the greatest nation on earth, a nation that has been freed from its constraints and shackles and now has limitless potential. No question, Biden left a mess. Yeah, absolutely. The biggest dumpster fire that I think's ever been handed over to an incoming president, but we'll make sure to fix this. But that mess will be corrected, and the next 4 years are going to be spectacular. Transformational wealth will be created, and I hope everybody enjoys the ride. As I continue to reiterate, whether you love Trump or hate Trump, you have an option right now whether you want to get in front of this transfer of wealth or not. Even if you don't like Trump at all, you can still get rich and take advantage and create generational wealth during this transfer of wealth, which will be the biggest that mankind has ever seen. So, stay offended, cry about it, do nothing, stay poor, literally. And I'm just telling you how it is. Or put your big boy, big girl, whatever you want to be, put them on, okay? Put a smile on your face. It might help you. And get in front of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. I mean, let's go. This is it. There's no stopping it at this point. It's only going to get better from here, folks. Let's rock and roll. Waters above, summarizing. This is the stage of the cycle where impatience makes impatient actions. Impatience experiences a wealth transfer. Now, this we saw just here on Inauguration Day, right? You got some new people coming into the crypto space. They thought that crypto was going to pump right away. And yeah, that would have been great. I would have loved to see that. But we know how these market makers operate. When the crypto space is expecting a pump, the market makers, that's when they pull out that rug on us. And the little dip that we had on Inauguration Day is nothing for us, veterans in the cryptocurrency space and those with patience. And that's why the transfer of wealth is coming our way, because we can ride out these dips without even blinking. I mean, you're talking about XRP up at, 330, coming back down to 315. It came down to 305. The support is absolutely beautiful. The structure on this chart is absolutely fantastic, along with the fundamentals. And I'm going to be talking about these catalysts, these inflows that are coming from the institutions later this year. We're already in a great spot holding $3, set to move up towards $10 before any of these ETFs even go live. This party's just getting started. The impatients are going to, the impatient folks are going to continue to struggle in this space. In my opinion, too many folks came into crypto to get rich quick instead of build wealth and accumulate wealth. Just dollar cost averaging every chance you get and taking advantage of every one of these dips every time that we got beat up. Now, guys, here's where we're at. Bank XRP says it has begun. 6 planets have now aligned in the sky, beginning a 2-month-long grand alignment of planets. Soon it will turn into a 7-planet parade when Mercury joins the lineup. And he is sharing the planet alignment along there with the Brad Garlinghouse tattoo. So there you have it. Now, of course, we did just go live with the Brad Garlinghouse tattoo at ZachRector.com/shop. And so that's linked up down in the description down below. The Brad Garlinghouse tattoo has been a hot one as soon as we released that one. So the stars are literally aligning for XRP. The fundamentals, it's all there. Literally, the stars, the planets have literally aligned for us. And I want to hear from you guys. Do you actually think that Brad Garlinghouse has that tattoo? Yes or no? Do you think that he actually has that one? I want to hear from you guys. Christopher Giancarlo, take a listen in real quick here. former CFTC commissioner, speaking on the explosion of American markets under the leadership of Paul Atkins at the SEC. In fact, I'm actually just not going to play it, but it's important to note here. He is on the backside of these conversations that have been taking place as far as strategic reserve. He talks about Fit 21 getting passed and a regulatory framework getting put in place. And basically, he comments on Paul Atkins, the incoming SEC chair. He was a classmate with Paul at Vanderbilt. Right? These guys are all part of the same club, right? But huge shout out to Christopher Giancarlo because he gets it. He understands Paul, and he's saying that Paul is a libertarian free market capitalist through and through, and he's set to reestablish the role of the SEC, which is really intended to just further more capital allocation, more IPOs, more investment in America. It's not going to be stifling American innovation and capitalism any further. And so the shift is here. I love to see it. Now we got the second largest custodian on Wall Street is starting to get a little bit bullish on digital assets as well. Take a listen in on this one.
Digital assets and a framework, a regulatory framework for that would be very helpful. With crypto, the key issue for banks has been, are they able to custody it? Up till now, they haven't been able to, given the way the accounting rules have been applied. But to the extent to which that changes, I mean, that's then something we'd be interested in custodying.
What I find so interesting about this is the unique competitive advantage that Ripple has once again. While all of these banks are waiting for laws to pass so that they can custody cryptocurrency, Ripple just went out and acquired a trust company, right, separate from a bank, that does have the clarity on holding digital assets. And this is where they're holding the collateral for their new stablecoin. And this is where they're now able to provide the custody solutions to institutions. While the banks are still waiting for legislation to get passed, Ripple already has the green light. So it's like we have the legal clarity, competitive advantage on XRP. And then from a custodian business, I mean, State Street, the second largest custodian in the world here, second largest custodian on Wall Street at least, is waiting around for legislation to be passed. Meanwhile, Ripple's just already moving full steam ahead. We can take your crypto. We can custody that for you. And this unique advantage is showing us, why Ripple stablecoin is growing so rapidly. We're about to pass the threshold here of 100 million RLUSD being issued. We're at 97 million so far on Ethereum and the XRP ledger. That's 43% additional RLUSD minted after the launch of RLUSD. Pretty fast growing. So here in no time, we'll be at 100 million in RLUSD. Before long, we'll be over $1 billion. And then once again, this is another on-ramp for institutions into not just cryptocurrency, but into the XRP ledger ecosystem is this RLUSD. If they're not ready to get all in on XRP or, start holding these other digital assets, but they want to start using some stablecoin action, Ripple stablecoin is going to be able to provide that. But going back, they have no problem, no counterparty risk, because Ripple gets to rely on their own custodian, their own trust company to hold that collateral. So who do you trust the most? When Tether is set to maybe get delisted off of US exchanges, not in compliance with MiCA over in Europe, meanwhile, Ripple here gaining steam, gaining traction, and a lot of momentum, while at the same time we're adding additional amendments to the XRP ledger to see that DeFi explosion. And the stablecoin is going to be key to the DeFi. It's much, much easier to use a stablecoin in the DeFi versus a volatile asset like XRP. So once again, the stablecoins going to lead to institutional massive inflows into the XRP ledger ecosystem. This is happening before we get the ETFs. Now, one of the main things we're waiting for on the ETFs is not just the SEC to approve those. That's not a big deal, but they like to see a futures market. They want a healthy futures market so that there's good liquidity for these assets before they go live with spot ETFs. Now, what we've seen here is that the CME has just announced that they're expecting XRP and Solana futures markets to go live on February 10th. So this is a subdomain, basically a staging page. This person here, Summers Things on X, just found this. The CME just added XRP and Solana futures page to their staging subdomain. Page says that XRP and Sol futures are going live on February 10th, pending regulatory review. Looks like they are preparing for the official announcements. Brace for paradise. And there you have it. This is the CME Group Commodities Futures Exchange, right? And so they're going to be going live here with XRP futures and Solana futures. And we need this to see those ETFs go live. The SEC likes to see that there's good, healthy, liquid markets for these assets. And that was actually part of the ETFs that we saw on Friday get filed. We saw short XRP ETF, an inverse XRP ETF, an ultra XRP ETF for going long. And so they kind of want a diverse amount of products and kind of ways to get exposure and ways for liquidity to be present for these assets before they approve the ETFs. But I mean, we're just checking boxes off right now, right? Ripple got the clarity in New York for their stablecoin and for their trust company. Now we're getting the sign off here on the CME futures markets for this. Next, it's going to be these ETFs going live. And I think that similar to how it was done with the Bitcoin ETFs, where they went live with 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs at once, they kind of provided, for once, they actually provided a level playing field and let everybody go live at once with 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs. I think you're going to see the same thing on XRP. And what I'm going to be talking about in the next update is what kind of inflows we could expect. Remember, JP Morgan is expecting more inflows into the XRP ETF than they are Solana, with 4 to 8 billion being their expectations on the first year that those XRP ETFs go live. Now, we're going to run with those numbers, run with those assumptions. I'm going to show you how those types of inflows, if we get 10 billion coming in for XRP ETFs, we're talking about most likely a $20 or a $30 XRP. I'm going to break that down with hard data to prove my point. That's coming up in the next video. But we got a Trump meme coin ETF is already in the works. This was shared here by CNBC yesterday, but what do you guys notice? What do you guys notice? What do you see? You guys seeing what I'm seeing right here? Little Trump XRP coin, huh? Now, I put out a little TikTok yesterday with this in the green screen background, and I said, guys, know what you hold. Well, they're distracting us with meme coins. They're distracting us with all this silly stuff, even with Bitcoin, right? Meanwhile, you got this being shared here by CNBC, and they weren't the only ones that are using this picture. Check this out. On over here to Bloomberg Crypto. Lawmakers in some of Asia's digital asset markets are warming to the industry as Donald's pro-crypto agenda in the U.S. ripples through the region. If this isn't hidden in plain sight, I don't know what is. And that's how these people like to operate. They like to mock our intelligence. They like to mock us while they're on the inside and they get to, load up on XRP before it gets sent up to these astronomical prices, and they all get more filthy rich and figure out how to control the news system too, right? They put it out in front of us to mock us. That's what this is, right? Folks thought that this was a meme. They thought the Trump XRP meme riddle was just a joke. Well, now they're putting it out for everybody to see. Bloomberg Crypto, CNBC. What's going on here? Article talking about a Trump meme coin ETF, and they pull a picture of Trump holding up the XRP coin. What's going on? And so if you guys are looking to get the Trump XRP shirt, well, we got you hooked up right here. You got the t-shirts, you got the long sleeve, you got the crew necks, you got the hoodies. We got a nice little variety of colors actually on this collection right here for you guys. So head on over to the website. That's linked up right at the top of the description of the videos if you want to support the cause. And for those of you guys in this community, we've been saying this is not just a meme. It's not just a riddle. No, this is actually happening. Okay. And by the time the masses catch up and get caught up to speed on this, I think it's going to be too late. You're going to be looking at an XRP that's going to be at a much, much higher price. And even right now, at XRP at $3, the average person cannot build a generational wealth bag of XRP. It's just out of reach for the average person. That's the facts, right? Let alone when XRP goes to 20 or $30. Once again, I'm not going to hang my hat on a $30 XRP this bull run. I'll be happy to just see us go up to $10, to be honest with you guys. I mean, it feels incredible to even just be at 3. But based off of these inflows, as I lined up here in this episode here, I'm just setting the stage for the next episode. Make sure you guys have subscribed and hit that notification bell, because in the next episode, I'm going to actually go through the math and I'm going to show you the hard data. What I'm going to be doing is I'm pulling the inflows that we have seen since November 4th, right at the election when XRP started to pump. We're going to match up the inflows into XRP versus how quickly that market cap grew. And I'm going to come up with some averages. And we're going to run with those numbers and we're going to play around with that math a little bit. And we're going to show you just how easy it's going to be for XRP to achieve these price targets of 20 or $30, assuming, that JP Morgan's onto something with about 8 billion of inflows from XRP ETFs. I'm feeling much more confident in a $20 XRP for this bull run, right? I wasn't feeling this confident just a couple months ago. This new math, this new data, this new understanding that we've come into here has us looking at XRP in a little bit different of a light and just really feeling more confident. We knew the potential was there, but now we have hard data to back it. So make sure you guys stay tuned. That's going to be in the next episode. But as I titled this episode here today, we have massive inflows into XRP that have already started. That stablecoin's growing rapidly. XRP DeFi is growing rapidly. The total value lock in our AMM liquidity pool is growing rapidly. A lot of meme coins being launched on XRP, right? And so this thing's getting cooking even before these institutions have clear regulations to where they can really dive in headfirst into this space. So it's a perfect position to be in. XRP building support above $3. I just want to say thank you for all of your support. If you guys have any other questions or comments, drop them down below. And on the way out, if you guys do appreciate our content, make sure you guys like this video and make sure you guys come on back for this next one. Like I said, you're going to love this breakdown in the next episode. A lot of content coming. Make sure you're tapped in with us. Everything's at ZachRector.com, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless you all. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.